The year 479 BC was a momentous one in the history of ancient Greece, as two pivotal battles took place that would ultimately change the course of history. The battles of Plataea and Mycale were fought by the Greeks against the Persians, and their outcomes would have far-reaching implications for the balance of power in the region. The Battle of Plataea was a key engagement in the Greco-Persian Wars, a series of conflicts between the Greek city-states and the mighty Persian Empire. The Persians, under the leadership of King Xerxes, had invaded Greece in 480 BC with a massive army and navy, intent on subjugating the fractious Greek city-states and extending their empire further west. The Greek city-states, led by Athens and Sparta, had mustered their own forces to resist the Persian incursion, and the stage was set for a monumental clash of civilizations. The Persian forces, numbering in the hundreds of thousands, had initially enjoyed significant success in their invasion of Greece, but they suffered a decisive defeat at the naval Battle of Salamis in 480 BC. This setback did not deter King Xerxes, however, and he continued to press his advantage in the following year. The Battle of Plataea, fought in the summer of 479 BC, would prove to be a turning point in the conflict. The Greek forces, led by the Spartan general Pausanias, were heavily outnumbered by the Persians, but they were able to take advantage of the rugged terrain near the town of Plataea to negate the numerical superiority of their opponents. The Greeks adopted a defensive strategy, using the natural features of the landscape to their advantage and forcing the Persians to attack them in a series of costly assaults. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Persian forces were unable to break the Greek defensive lines, and the battle descended into a brutal and protracted struggle. The Greeks, fighting with unparalleled bravery and determination, managed to hold the line and gradually turned the tide in their favor. The Persians, suffering heavy casualties and unable to make any significant headway, were eventually forced to retreat in disarray. The Battle of Plataea was a resounding victory for the Greeks, and it marked the definitive end of the Persian invasion of Greece. The defeat of Xerxes' forces at Plataea dealt a severe blow to the prestige and military power of the Persian Empire, and it effectively ended their aspirations for conquest in the western Mediterranean. The Greek city-states, emboldened by their success, were able to consolidate their position and assert their independence from Persian influence. In the aftermath of the Battle of Plataea, the Greek forces turned their attention to the Persian fleet, which had been stationed off the coast of Asia Minor. The Battle of Mycale, fought on the same day as Plataea, saw a combined Greek fleet under the command of the Athenian general Leotychides launch a daring assault on the Persian ships. The Greeks, inspired by their recent victory at Plataea, fought with renewed determination and managed to inflict a crushing defeat on the Persian navy. The Battle of Mycale was another significant triumph for the Greeks, and it further solidified their dominance in the eastern Mediterranean. The Persian fleet, already demoralized by their defeat at Salamis and the subsequent loss of their land forces at Plataea, was devastated by this final blow. The Greeks were able to destroy or capture a large portion of the Persian ships, effectively ending the threat of further naval incursions from the Persian Empire.